Identify IT assets. Identifying the information assets that your organization holds is the first step in the risk assessment process. Without correct identification, you will not know what systems are at risk and how to protect them. Keeping inventory is an essential element of many cybersecurity frameworks, and the list has two categories: hardware asset inventory, software asset inventory. For this part of process, you will want to document all software and hardware assets that contribute to the business information system operation. For this part of the process, you will want to document all software and hardware assets that contribute to the business information system operation. For example, under your hardware assets, workstation and desktop, company laptop, USB, hard drivers, and other portable storage devices, company cell phones, printers, server, IoT devices. And under the software assets, operating system, mobile, email platforms, cloud storage, and software as a service providers, communication infrastructure, network, intranet or internet apps, physical security. Lastly, one aspect of hardware security often overlooked is the physical security of paper document and physical form of sensitive data. These can be classified as hardware assets as it does contribute to business operation. Identify threats. In this step, you should research and understand all the existing threats to the IT assets. The threat landscape is ever changing and it can be challenging to remain on top of all possible threats out there, but you should try your best to identify as many threats that apply to your information system as possible. Clear identification of potential threats will help significantly in the development of the information security risk assessment. Keep in mind that such an evaluation is a living document and should be open to change when needed. Static risk assessment will quickly be outdated and cloud cause more harm than good, especially if your organization is acting upon absolute information. One thing to mention is the rising threats from remote working. Remote working is becoming a staple in a post COVID world, and your organization should factor this into the IS risk assessment. Identify vulnerabilities. To identify weakness, you will need to list known vulnerabilities and test them against the asset inventory. Then you must document any new vulnerabilities alongside previously identified issues. While a threat may be malware that affect the operating system, a vulnerability is an element of the operating system that the malware will exploit. For example, open ports are a vulnerability because it is easy for a hacker to access the system through an open port and deploy a data package onto the network.